Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're digging into something pretty fascinating, gym ownership. Specifically, what makes some gyms thrive while, so many others seem to struggle.
Right. It's a tough business.
Totally. So maybe you're listening because you dream of opening your own place, or perhaps you're already in the thick of it running one.
Or maybe you're just interested in what makes any small business tick.
Exactly. So we've really gone deep into the work of Jim Thomas, who's a well-known expert in the gym business space.
Yeah, he's got some fantastic insights.
And our goal here is to pull out the key strategies he shares for learning, growing, and building a gym that's actually successful, like truly successful.
And one of the first things Thomas points out is that success here isn't really about luck. Not at all. It comes down to constantly learning and making really smart, strategic decisions.
Yeah, you can't just be passionate about fitness, right? That's not enough.
No way. You absolutely have to grasp the business side of things. And that's what we're aiming to unpack today, drawing heavily on Thomas's experience.
Okay, let's jump in. First up, something that sounds basic but maybe gets missed. A clear vision and purpose.
Oh, absolutely fundamental. Thomas really hammers this home.
He says the owners who make it long-term, they're driven by more than just making money. He asks these really key questions.
Like what?
Like, who are you actually trying to serve? What problem are you solving for them?
Right. Getting specific.
Yeah. And what kind of experience do you want members talking about? What's the buzz you want? And thinking bigger picture, like what's the long-term goal? Growth, impact, legacy.
That makes so much sense
Eh.
because that vision, it really acts like your North Star, doesn't it?
Totally.
It guides everything.
Yeah.
Every decision from, what equipment you buy to who you hire, even how you market yourself.
If you don't have that why, it's easy to get lost.
So easy. You end up chasing trends or, losing steam when things get tough. Without that anchor, you're just kind of drifting.
And he gives a clear pro tip here.
Yeah.
Write down your mission statement, like physically write it out.
Get it out of your head and onto paper.
Exactly. Share it with the team, make sure they're on board, and then this is crucial, build the business around it.
So it's not just words on a wall.
Right. It has to be the DNA of the place. Okay, so moving on. A really critical point, and maybe where some passionate fitness pros stumble. Being a great trainer doesn't mean you'll be a great owner. You have to master the business side.
Oh, this is huge. You can be the best trainer, know everything about biomechanics, nutrition, but running a gym,
Yeah.
whole different ballgame.
Totally different skill set.
Thomas lists out these critical areas owners have to learn. Things like sales and converting leads, turning interest into actual members.
Yeah, that conversion piece is vital.
And marketing, especially digital stuff and local outreach. Then there's retention. How do you keep the members you have happy and coming back?
Which is often cheaper than constantly finding new ones.
Way cheaper. Plus, profitability, financial management basics, understanding risk, compliance. It's a lot.
And people, HR, leadership, managing a team.
Yeah, that's often overlooked, but so important. Thomas basically says you need to invest just as much time learning the business stuff as you do keeping up with fitness trends.
That's a big commitment. Sounds potentially overwhelming.
It can be, yeah. But he offers a practical action step too.
Okay.
Just dedicate 30 to 60 minutes a day, every single day, to business education.
How? Like, what does that look like?
Reading books, listening to podcasts like this one, finding mentors, maybe even getting some coaching.
So making it a consistent habit.
Exactly. Treat it like a workout for your business brain. Small, consistent efforts add up, just like in fitness.
That's a great analogy. Okay, so shifting focus a bit. Thomas talks a lot about the members. It's not just about the fancy equipment.
Right. He stresses building a member-first culture. That's where the real magic happens.
So how do you actually do that? What does it involve?
Well, simple things, but powerful, like making an effort to learn everyone's name.
That goes a long way. Makes people feel seen.
Definitely. And celebrating their milestones, their 100th check-in, hitting a weight loss goal, even just a birthday shout-out.
Showing you're paying attention.
Yeah. And crucially, when problems pop up, because they will, fixing them fast and showing members you genuinely care about their experience.
So it feels like a community, not just a transaction.
Exactly. A place where they feel supported,
Yeah.
like they belong, not like they're just constantly being sold something.
Thomas mentioned some quick wins here too, right? Using automation.
Yeah, simple things like setting up automated emails for those milestones or maybe a member spotlight on a community board.
So technology can actually help build that personal touch.
It can, if used right.
Huh.
The goal is always sending that message. We see you. You matter. That builds incredible loyalty. Turns your gym into more than just four walls and some weights.
Okay, let's tackle something that makes a lot of fitness folks uncomfortable. Selling.
Ah, yes. The S word.
Thomas says you just have to get good at it, even if you hate the idea. It's about survival, but also about fulfilling that mission we talked about.
He reframes it really well, doesn't he? It's not sleazy if you truly believe you're helping people.
Right. If you don't sell effectively, you're not just hurting your business, you're actually limiting how many people you can help transform their lives.
Exactly. It's about connecting people who need help with the solution you offer. It's service, really.
So what are the key selling skills Thomas says owners need to learn?
Well, first, asking the right questions. Really digging to understand what someone needs, what their struggles are, what they hope to achieve.
Not just launching into a pitch.
No, listening first. Then, painting a picture of that transformation they can get at your gym, making it real for them.
And handling objections. People always have reasons not to join.
You got to handle those with empathy, but also confidence. Make them feel heard, address the concern, but don't just fold immediately.
And then,
Always close with clarity. Make it easy for them to say yes, explain the next steps, and reinforce the value.
he even gives a kind of sales formula to learn, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Build rapport first. Then uncover the need. Present your solution. Ask for the sale directly. And super important, follow-up consistently.
That follow-up is key. So many leads get lost there.
Huge drop-off point.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so once you're getting members in, how do you build something that can actually grow without driving you crazy? Systems.
Systems. The key to scaling insanity, maybe.
Totally. Thomas says this is what separates the stressed-out operators from the successful owners who actually have a life outside the gym.
So what kind of systems are we talking about?
Repeatable processes for everything important, like how you onboard a new member, making it smooth and welcoming.
Right. First impressions matter.
Definitely. How you follow up with leads, having a set process. How you ensure every training session is high quality, no matter who's teaching.
Consistency.
Exactly. Managing payroll, scheduling, billing the admin stuff needs systems. Even upselling personal training or other programs, there should be a process for that too.
And the big benefit, Thomas says, is that good systems make the business less dependent on you, the owner.
Precisely. Which makes it more valuable if you ever want to sell, but also just lets you step back and work on the business, not just in it constantly.
So what's the smart move here? How do you build these systems?
Leverage technology. Use software for scheduling, billing, lead tracking. Automate what you can.
Free up human energy for other things.
Yes. And write things down. Create standard operating procedures, SOPs, for key tasks. Train your staff on them thoroughly.
Get everyone on the same page, doing things the same effective way.
Right. Now, even with great systems, mistakes are going to happen. It's just business.
Yeah. Unavoidable. What does Thomas say about that?
The key isn't avoiding mistakes, because you can't. It's how fast you learn from them and adapt.
So recognizing it, analyzing it, and changing course quickly.
Exactly. He lists some common pitfalls, too, things to watch out for, like chasing every new fitness trend instead of sticking to your core market.
Shiny object syndrome.
Totally. Or growing too fast before your team and systems can handle it. Letting culture problems fester.
Oof. Yeah, ignoring toxic stuff can kill a gym.
For sure. And avoiding the tough financial decisions. Sometimes you just have to make hard calls.
So mistakes are feedback.
That's the mindset. It's not failure, it's data. Learning from it is like a superpower for an owner.
And part of learning is not trying to do it all alone, right? He talks about surrounding yourself with the right people.
Yes, hugely important. Don't operate in a vacuum. Actively seek out support and different perspectives.
Like who? Who should owners connect with?
Experienced coaches or consultants, people who've actually built successful gyms.
Learn from those who've done it.
A peer group of other gym owners. Sharing struggles and wins with people who get it is invaluable.
That camaraderie must be helpful.
Immensely. And of course, your own staff. Building a team that believes in the mission and shares your values.
Thomas points out that the best owners are great learners, but also great delegators.
Yes. Know when to ask for help and when to empower your team.
He adds a bonus tip, too, about joining a mastermind or a local business group.
Right. That accountability and getting outside perspectives can really push you forward, keep you from getting stuck in your own bubble.
Okay, so you're making decisions, learning, building a team. How do you know if it's actually working? Numbers. Tracking the right metrics.
Oh, absolutely critical. If you're not tracking, you're flying blind. Data gives you clarity.
So what are the must-track numbers, according to Thomas?
Your daily lead flow. How many people raising their hand?
Got it.
Your conversion rate? How many of those leads become members? Your member retention rate? How long do people stick around?
Crucial for stability.
Huge. Average member lifetime value. Or LTV, what's a member worth over their entire time with you.
Helps you understand how much you can spend to acquire one.
Exactly. Also, secondary spend per member. Are they buying PT, supplements, workshops? And finally, your cost per lead or cost per acquisition. What's it costing you to get that new member?
Wow, that's quite a list. But knowing those numbers gives you real control, doesn't it?
Massive control. You can see what's working, what's not. Make informed decisions about marketing, sales, everything. It breeds confidence for scaling.
And speaking of change, the fitness industry never stands still. Thomas emphasizes constant learning, right?
Oh, definitely. It's always evolving. You've got online training exploding, wellness coaching becoming bigger, hybrid models.
What worked 5 years ago might not cut it today.
Not at all. Past success is no guarantee for the future. So you have to keep learning.
How? What's he suggest?
Taking courses, going to industry conferences, reading books and trade journals, watching market trends.
And just listening, right? But to members, to staff.
Absolutely. Some of the best insights come from those conversations. The bottom line is the best owners are the ones who stay curious and commit to lifelong learning in this field.
It sounds like a marathon, not a sprint, which leads to his final point, maybe. Focusing on long-term value.
Exactly. Resist the urge to chase every shiny new trend or rely on short-term gimmicks.
Build on solid foundations instead.
Yes. He talks about the pillars. Great service, solid systems, developing your staff, that strong culture we talked about, and just consistency.
Do the fundamentals well, day in and day out.
That's the path to sustainable success. Don't get distracted by the hype. Build something that lasts.
It really comes together nicely. And he wraps it up with a pretty powerful final thought.
Yeah, I love this one. You become what you build.
Ooh, that's good.
He draws this great parallel between the owner's journey and the member's fitness journeys. Both take dedication, hard work, showing up consistently.
That makes sense. You're not just building a business.
No, you're building your mission, your brand, a community, and ultimately a purposeful life through that work. It's a really deep thought to sit with.
Definitely. So that leaves us with our final provocative thought for everyone listening. How could applying these principles, clear vision, business smarts, that intense focus on who you serve, how could that apply beyond a gym?
Interesting.
You know, in other parts of your work, your projects, maybe even your life. Something to think about long after this deep dive ends. Thanks for joining us.